This can only happen in the mind of fools like the blood-thirsty. Good evening, fellow Zimbabwe. Good evening, fellow Zimbabwe. This is yours truly, Comrade Knox. Last week, we named the 50-member gang that has captured the state and are preparing Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3. This Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 has been a thorn in the flesh of Mnangagwa and his surroundings. They are desperate to avoid a referendum at all costs. Mnangagwa has been guaranteed this by Nyaradi Machacha, the Zanu Commissioner, and his the Party Secretary for Legal Affairs. Now, this will not wait. As good every moment, they are in 6s and 7s, and they're running all over the place like headless chickens. Mnangagwa and his gang of 50 are now seeing shadows everywhere, and their desperation has reached a new height. Mnangagwa is very shocking in a very legendary way. Surely you cannot impose a constitutional mutilation process against 17 million people and expect that they will all submit. This can only happen in the mind of fools like the blood-thirsty Mnangagwa and his greedy gang. Fellow Zimbabweans, can you imagine that Mnangagwa and his gang have unleashed a raft of desperate operations against you just because you are not supporting the constitutional amendment? Bullshit. Now they have been desperately running around the country, especially in the Matabele region, like that there are vast amounts of weapons which are stashed in various strategic places. They are desperate to the extent of trying to manage a coup in order to have justification of destabilizing the country. And the instruction of this Ganana, led by Chabire, they are now pushing Mnangagwa to find ways to deal with Hibich Wenga and those they think are supporting him. Fellow Zimbabweans, this is a replay of the early independence era when Mnangagwa accused Joshua Nkomo and the peers of plotting a coup against the government and manufactured lies about the taking of arms. This is exactly the same template that Mnangagwa is repeating. Muna shirine muliro wale ayifeka uleka ende munhu alitsikeke akangoipa akugone kuti nyimbe uhuru wakanaka manjerere vakataura vakati akugobola kundeswa akundeswa ndiyo nyaya yatinayo muruwa. 2 weeks ago Mnangagwa left for Ghana. The CIO Deputy Director General Sifas Wodzi, the then Director General Fulton Mangwanya, was supposed to remain behind and supervise an operation that would have seen them apprehend a truck, supposedly carrying weapons from Bulawayo and Gweru barracks to Harare. The weapons were being taken to an undisclosed location, purportedly in Harare. The arms were allegedly said to belong to a military gang opposed to Mnangagwa's proposed constitutional amendments. The legislation details of the 10-ton military truck to be used were known. The details of the driver were known. Date and the times of the movement of the particular arms consignment were also known. The operation went as planned. Meanwhile, a carefully selected group of police and the CIO was deployed along the Bulawayo-Harare road for this operation. The exact truck was intercepted between Chekutu and Notu in the wee hours of the day. A search on the truck was conducted, but unbeknown to them, the truck was empty, no weapons or indication that it carried such. The driver was apprehended by the police in Norton. You can go and check if you want. The arms were supposed to be linked to Kichwenga. At the same time, groups of carefully selected police and the CIO details were on standby in different locations to arrest the Kichwenga, various army generals, and all those linked to them on charges of plotting and insurgency. But because the truck was found empty, the operation collapsed. It was a total failure, a disaster, and this did not fit well with Mnangagwa on his return. He wanted Chiwenga to be arrested while he was away in Ghana. The failed state coup plot was an attempt to destabilize the country in order to pave way for the constitutional amendment Bill 3, since it has dismally failed to get support from the people of Zimbabwe. The plot was aimed to justify a merciless claim down on Bibi Chiwenga and those around him. But this was not the end of it all. Another similar attempted coup plot suffered the same fate. That Mnangagwa is evil corrupting about is not giving up. Just a few days ago, this week, Mnangagwa is again despite the team to conduct searches of these cases and to Chiwenga's wife, Colonel Miliba, in the Fiamuso. Another team was also dispatched to conduct a similar search for military weapons in the Bulawayo Farm Depot, former Sanford Secretary General for Administration. The reason they claim that there are some weapons hidden there, ready to be moved to Harare to stage a coup. Fellow Zimbabwe, like I said, the level of desperation by Mnangagwa in this Kabao is reached dangerous levels. As we speak, another operation is on the road. Mnangagwa in this Kabao has deployed their laptops to steal cell phones and electronic gadgets from all key people purported to be winner. Chitokwanga imakabati chitazikwama nenhava dzenyu nekuti wena uye waitwa zvino akunokora muhomwe chaiwo chaiwo kutsvaga maselfoni kupererwa kuti une dzoro reseruri. Targets include members of the political, MPs, cabinet ministers, central committee members, military personnel, politicals, relatives, among others. And kusvikira vanambuya vakochaiwo mabira serofoni kunangako hama dzariwo motofamba makabata homwe ngagwa ashata murume uye apererwa akuita zvese zvese manje akutokumbira gushe kubvinyu chaiko chaiko. Hakuna chicharire makwari agarwa nengozi uye yechivhampaya yeye ngozi ane gona rainaruka rinomupa simba rekutonga achishaisa ropa kuponda ne upobre ukutuna murume ngula almost 90 years they wanted to scavenge and establish strategic linkages and information movements that can incriminate Chiwenga and his supposed team. This is utter madness and a pathetic desperation from Nangagwa in this game. Kusanyana, kupererwa iko zvino asvika pakuchanura kuti this guy kukamanda haachaziva akutozvictimaisa vanhu vatorese vakuti vesecurity that hapana achamuda. And those of the security, those who are too overzealous beyond the call of duty, we would like to warn you kuti munozivana mukati menyimo hainodhishabhariyatura mwando muzveuto wakamira pake now madziro ejericho achadonha kuyayarira manje manje. But I promise you, as I am seated here, that this is not going to end well. Get up, manje lo atomboimbiswa nemasoja kuimba nyimba nechirungu zvinoitika izvo. Fellow Zimbabweans, just a few days ago, again, Mnangagwa and this gang have also been busy right out of the country, looking for anti-constitutional amendment in Ghana. Him again was to put this on his Chiwenga, and those they think are opposed to the proposed constitutional amendment. Guess what? It turned out that the guy that they found was only what they had planted